Today, your boy amateur pro home chef Nathaniel Levinson is gonna be bringing you the symbol of unity, the symbol of life, the symbol of wholeness. An egg, specifically deviled eggs. Delicious, simple, and possibly nutritious. Well, jury's out on that. You're gonna need eggs, a dozen hard-boiled eggs, mayonnaise, mustard, garlic, chives, and whatever spices you like. Salt, pepper, paprika, whatever spices you fit your fancy. First step you're gonna need to do is to hard boil some eggs. Now, we didn't really talk about this during our egg episode, but hard boiling eggs is very simple. What's crucial about hard boiling eggs, and now I know I can be a little loosey-goosey with some of the measurements because a lot of things are, you know, you do this to taste, or you do this until it turns golden brown because sometimes there's variability in ovens and things like that. But unless you live in Denver, the boiling point of water is 100 Celsius or 212 Fahrenheit. So there's no variability. When the water's boiling, we know what temperature it is. So when I give you the timing for this, please stick strictly to the timer. You're gonna get overcooked eggs, and overcooked hard-boiled eggs, they nasty. All right, so you got your water boiling. You wanna carefully lower your eggs in. Then you're gonna wanna let it boil for 9 minutes exactly. So set your timer before you add your eggs and let them boil for 9 minutes. So now we're going to kill the heat and put our eggs directly into an ice water bath until they cool. The next thing we need to do is we need to peel our egg. Now this part can absolutely be a hassle, but if you transfer directly from boiling water into cold water, usually they're not terrible. Your best bet is to carefully crack the egg on a flat surface all over. And try to find a spot and just start peeling, gently peeling, and hopefully it comes away in big chunks. Hopefully you don't break into the white. So not bad. So there are a couple of little bits of eggshell on it, just rinse it under the sink under cold water, and those will come right off. Once you've peeled all your eggs, you're going to want to cut them in half lengthwise. Now you'll see the yolk is still kind of a darker orange color in the center. That's good. That means it wasn't cooked, like really cooked all the way through. The more it cooks, you'll see it'll take that pale yellow color, and if it continues to cook, it'll turn greenish and grayish, and then it gets really nasty and chalky and bad. But with 9-minute eggs, you get this kind of jammy, yolky center. The less you cook it, up down to about 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 6 minutes is where you have soft-boiled eggs. Those are also delicious, but we'll save that for another time. So now what you wanna do is you wanna take the yolk out and move it into a bowl. Then we're going to arrange our whites onto a plate. I'm not an artist, so it's not gonna look super pretty, but you know, just do your best. For the yolks, I'm going to give you measurements, but you can adjust based on the consistency you want. Now you want the consistency to be smooth, not like mud, not like clay, not really hard, kind of a smooth consistency, but not really runny or loose either. So we're gonna add about a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Then I'm going to add some good mustard. If you don't like spicy things, leave this next part out. So I'm gonna add just a little bit of horseradish to give it a nice kick. Maybe half a teaspoon. Once that's all together, we can start to stir it and kind of mash those egg yolks into paste. And you wanna get it so that it's kind of smooth with no lumps. And then we're gonna add seasonings. So I'm gonna add, and be very gentle with this because it will overpower everything, just a little bit of garlic. I'm gonna use a garlic paste so that it doesn't really affect the texture and it gets more evenly blended, but just maybe like a half teaspoon. Next we're gonna do a little bit of celery salt. This is basically salt and ground celery, so you're salting it and adding another seasoning at the same time. So I'm gonna add maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. My personal favorite seasoning blend of all time, Old Bay, 1/4 teaspoon, and then some paprika. Now, if you forego every other seasoning other than salt, you should still use paprika. It's kind of a staple of deviled eggs. Now we're gonna stir all that together. It's nice and mixed. So now, we have to get this back into the white. And you can spoon it there. Or, if you just so happen to have this equipment on hand, you could pipe it back in. So I've gotten a pastry bag and I've attached a wide nozzle with the star tip on it. So I'm going to load up my piping bag and pipe my filling back into my eggs. Look at that. Beautiful. And then the last thing you want to do is hit it with a light dusting of paprika. Light dusting of paprika. Then chop up some chives. Now, let us try. You really can't go wrong. Especially if you hard boil your eggs just right. That yolk is creamy and you can play with the fillings and whoo, you get that little bit of horseradish. My mustard's nice and sharp too. It's nice and creamy, perfect snack. Until next time, I'm your boy, amateur pro home chef Nathaniel Levinson. The egg has everything you need. Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, let us know what you'd like to see on the channel. If you want to get in touch with us, we've got a Twitter at KitchenChemYT. We've got an email, therealkitchenchemist@gmail.com. We've also got an Instagram at KitchenChemistYT. So please, we'd love to hear from you guys. Let us know what you'd like to see next.